What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Mello, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Monday, August 31st, 2015, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Mello, that's RAYMELO, or on Twitter at The Enter Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Hopefully everyone had a fantastic weekend. The curtain closed on the bizarre 2015 MTV Video Music Awards will be surely remembered for anything other than the actual winners. Taylor Swift was the big winner of the night. Her Bad Blood took home the trophy for the coveted Video of the Year category. In addition, her Blank Space won Best Pop Video and Best Female Video. The first televised award handed out for Best Male Video went to Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars for Uptown Funk. Nicki Minaj scored a Best Hip Hop Video victory for Anaconda. Fall Out Boy won for Best Rock Video for Uma Thurman. Video of the Year went to Taylor Swift featuring Kendrick Lamar with Bad Blood. Artist to Watch Award went to Fetty Wap for Trap Queen. The video with a social message went to Big Sean featuring Kanye West and John Legend with One Man Can Change the World. Best Female Video, Taylor Swift for Blank Space. Best Hip Hop Video, Nicki Minaj, Anaconda. Best Male Video, Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars, Uptown Funk. Best Rock Video, Fall Out Boy for Uma Thurman. Best Pop Video, Taylor Swift for Blank Space. Taylor Swift and Nicki Minaj officially put an end to their feud at the 2015 MTV Video Music Awards on Sunday. Minaj, who had previously been announced as a performer, opened the show with her song Trini Them Girls before transitioning into The Night Is Still Young. Swift surprised the audience when she joined the rapper on stage, and the duo began a brief performance of Swift's single Bad Blood. The surprise team-up brought the entire crowd to its feet. Last month, Minaj took to Twitter to complain about the VMA nominees, saying that her video Anaconda had been snubbed. She said, when the other girls drop a video that breaks records and impact cultures, they get that nomination, suggesting that she had been snubbed because of her race and body type. Swift perceived Minaj's comments as a personal attack and accused Minaj of using social media to, quote, pit women against each other. The later two apologized publicly to each other after the rapper clarified that she wasn't targeting Swift with her specific comments. And in a related story, Nicki Minaj called out Miley Cyrus at the 2015 MTV Video Music Awards on Sunday night for comments she made regarding the rapper's Twitter spat with Taylor Swift. While accepting the award for Best Hip Hop Video, Minaj took a moment to thank her fans and her pastor before addressing Cyrus. She said with a smirk, "Now back to the bitch who had a lot to say about me the other day in the press. Miley, what's good?" Cyrus, who was serving as the host of the award show, responded, accusing the press of manipulating her words. She said, "We're all in this industry and we all do interviews. We know how they manipulate shit. Nicki, congratulations." In a New York Times interview Thursday, Cyrus accused Minaj of reacting too strongly when her Anaconda video was snubbed for Video of the Year, when the nominations were announced last month. Cyrus said, what I read sounded very Nicki Minaj, which, if you know Nicki Minaj, it's not too kind, it's not very polite. She also added, I think there's a way you speak to people with openness and love. You don't have to start this pop star against pop star war. Minaj took to Twitter to voice her displeasure about the snub last month, saying that her race and body type were a factor. Swift, whose Bad Blood video did receive a nomination, took the comments as a personal attack and accused Minaj of trying to pit women against each other. And after hosting the 2.5-hour MTV Video Music Awards, Miley Cyrus closed out the show by announcing a new album of her music available free online. Miley Cyrus and Her Dead Pets can be uploaded at MileyCyrusandHerDeadPets.com. Through the site was slow to load immediately following the VMAs. Cyrus ended the VMA broadcast with the performance of her new song, Do It, from the album. Cyrus was introduced by a group of transgender young people. She was then joined for the performance by transgender dancers and members of the rock band The Flaming Lips. The climax of the performance came as Flaming Lips frontman Wayne Coyne poised an air cannon between Cyrus's legs. Cyrus then stroked the cannon as Coyne fired it, released large white plums into the air. Coyne produced the surprise Cyrus album. The pop singer, former Disney Channel star, previously appeared on the Flaming Lips' 2014 Beatles tribute album with a little help from my friends. A video of the duo was posted on YouTube at the show's end. Justin Bieber rocked Sunday's MTV Video Music Awards, and then he just took off, literally. After performing 2 songs last night, Bieber, attached to a harness, took to the enclosed skies of LA's Microsoft Theater. The tears flowed afterwards, and not just from the teen girls in the audience and the tweens at home. The singer himself broke down after the pulley operators let him down. First things off, though. Flanked by dancers all in white, Bieber was blacked out head to toe during his VMAs performance, which took place following a commercial break mid-show. There was no introduction before his moment, but the pomp and circumstance didn't take very long to surface. Bieber kicked off his mini-set off with Where Are You Now, and a high-energy dance routine flanked by 6 male backup dancers. He quickly cut the tease and broke into his new single, What Do You Mean? That was when the female steppers joined him and turned it up a notch or two. After a pre-recorded voiceover by Bieber let him sneakily get into the hardness with a little stunt fly, the performance ended with a seemingly gassed and emotional Bieber bawling on stage. Other performances of the night included Tori Kelly, Demi Lovato, Iggy Azalea, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis with Como D, and The Weeknd, among others. 6 years after having her spotlight stolen by Kanye West, Taylor Swift took to the stage at the 2015 MTV Video Music Awards to present Kanye West with the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award. The pop star said before presenting the award to West with a long hug, "I'm going to let you finish, but Kanye West has had one of the greatest careers of all time." After giving a long speech critical of award shows and politics, West then turned to the crowd. He plans to run for president in 2020. He said, "I've decided in 2020 to run for president." Wes Craven, the famed maestro of horror known for the Nightmare of Elm Street and Scream franchises, died Sunday after a battle with brain cancer. He was 76. Craven, whose iconic Freddy Krueger character horrified viewers for years, died at his home in Los Angeles, his family announced. Survivors include his wife, producer and former Disney Studio Vice President Iya LaBunca. Craven was a longtime summer resident of Martha's Vineyard, where he moved permanently 3 years ago before returning to LA for work and health reasons. Craven claimed to have gotten the idea of Elm Street from living next to a cemetery on the street of that name in the suburbs of Cleveland. The 5 Nightmare of Elm Street films were released in 1984 to 1989 and drew big crowds. Craven's Scream series was a box office sensation, and though scare-up, he spoofed the teen horror genre and frequently referenced other horror movies. Craven's first feature film was The Last House on the Left, which he wrote, directed, and edited in 1972. A rape revenge movie, it appalled some viewers but generated big box office. Next came another film he wrote and helmed, The Hills Have Eyes, in 1977. Craven reinvented the youth horror genre in 1984 with the classic A Nightmare on Elm Street, which he wrote and directed. He conceived and co-wrote Elm Street 3 as well, and then, after not being involved with other sequels, deconstructed the genre a decade after the original, writing and directing Wes Craven's New Nightmare, which was nominated for Best Feature at the 1995 Spirits Award. His own Nightmare players, Robert Englund, Heather Langenkamp, and John Saxon, played themselves in that film. In 1996, Craven reached a new level of success with the release of Scream. The film grossed more than $100 million domestically, as did Scream 2 in 1997. Between Scream 2 and Scream 3, Craven offered the opportunity to direct a non-genre film for Miramax, helmed Music of the Heart in 1999, a film that earned Meryl Streep an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress in the inspirational drama about a teacher in Harlem. Craven said in an interview with writer-director Mick Garris in October, "We had a very difficult time getting an audience into a theater on my name. In fact, we moved towards downplaying my name a lot on Music of the Heart. The more famous you are for making kind of outrageous, scary films, the crossover audience will say, I don't think so." Also in 1999, in the midst of directing, he completed his first novel, The Fountain Society, published by Simon & Schuster. Craven again pushed the genre boundaries with the 2005 psychological thriller Red Eye, starring Rachel McAdams, Cillian Murphy, and Brian Cox. In 2006, he wrote and directed a romantic comedy homage to Oscar Wilde, featuring Emily Mortimer and Rufus Sewell as a segment in the French ensemble production Paris Jet Tamé. Craven then produced remakes of The Hills Have Eyes in 2006 and The Last House on the Left in 2009. His most recent written and directed film, My Soul to Take, in 2010, marked his first collaboration with LaBunca, who also produced Scream 4. Craven directed several other thrillers and horror movies during his career, including Swamp Thing in 1982, Deadly Friend 1986, and The People Under the Stairs in 1991. Craven had recently signed an overall television deal with Universal Cable Productions and had a number of projects in development, including The People Under the Stairs for Sci-Fi Networks, Disciples for UCP, We Are All Completely Fine for Sci-Fi UCP, and Sleepers with Federation Entertainment. He was also executive producing the new Scream series for MTV. The season finale of the series will pay tribute to the writer-director, and MTV spokesperson told The Hollywood Reporter. Craven had recently written and was to direct Thou Shalt Not Kill segment for the Weinstein Company's Ten Commandments miniseries for WGNA America. And he is listed as an executive producer of The Girls in the Photographs, a horror thriller directed by his protege Nick Simon that will premiere at the Toronto Film Festival next month. Wes Craven was born August 2, 1939 in Cleveland. His father died when he was 5. Raised in a strict Baptist household, he graduated from Wheaton College with degrees in English and psychology, then earned a master's in psychology or philosophy and writing from Johns Hopkins. He briefly taught English at Westminster College and was a humanities professor at Clarkson College, where he served as a disc jockey for the campus radio station. Craven had an eye for discovering talent. While casting in A Nightmare on Elm Street, he discovered Johnny Depp. He cast Sharon Stone in her first starring role for Deadly Blessings, and he gave Bruce Willis his first feature role in an episode of the 1980s television version of The Twilight Zone. He wed LaBunca in 2004, his third marriage. The bios also include his sister Carol, son Jonathan, daughter Jessica, grandchildren Miles, Max, and Mare Jean, and stepdaughter Nia. Craven was a nature lover and committed bird conversationalist, serving as a longtime director to the Abaddon, California Boards of Directors. He penned a monthly column, Wes Craven's The Birds, for Martha Vineyard's magazine. Craven said in his chat with Garris, I come from a blue-collar family, and I am just glad for the work. I think it's an extraordinary opportunity and gift to be able to make films in general, and to have done it for almost 40 years now is remarkable. He also said once, if I have to do the rest of the films in the horror genre, no problem. If I'm going to be in a caged bird, I'll sing the best song I can. I can see that I give my audience something. I can see it in their eyes, and they say thank you a lot. You realize you're doing something that means something to people, so shut up and go back to work. Hollywood stars took to social media to express their appreciation, sadness, and appreciation for Wes Craven. David Arquette, who starred in Craven's original Scream movie series, opened a Twitter account on Sunday just so he could pay tribute to the director Craven. Wes was a great man, and I love him very much. Arquette's ex-wife, Courtney Love, who he met while shooting the first Scream, also shared her appreciation for the director. She tweeted, today the world lost a great man, my friend and mentor, Wes Craven. Adrienne Barbeau, the star of Craven's 1982 film Swamp Thing, said, wasn't it yesterday we were in the swamps together? Oh, Wes, what a loss. Paul Feig, who's directing the upcoming female lead reboot of Ghostbusters, said, you were one of a kind, thanks for all the years of scares and fun. Meanwhile, Comedy Central host Chris Hardwick, who wrote about his intentions to skip tonight's VMAs on MTV, the network that just rebooted Craven's Scream movie as a TV series, said, at Lydia Hurst and I are going to watch Wes Craven's new Nightmare instead, he tweeted. Comedian Jamie Kennedy tweeted, I would have no career if it wasn't for Wes Craven. Thank you for believing in me and giving me the chance. Hashtag no words. Director Kevin Smith tweeted, he directed me in Scream 3 and I directed him in Jay and Silent Bob. Fare thee well, horror, Gretzky, Wes Craven, talented guy, good guy. Rose McGowan tweeted, thank you for being the kindest man, the gentlest man, and one of the smartest men I've known. Please say there's a plot twist. Sarah Michelle Gellar tweeted, I had the great privilege of working with at Wes Craven, one of the kindest, most gentle souls who made great, scary movies. Director John Carpenter tweeted 3 times, my friend Wes has left us too soon. He was truly an old-school director. I had a great time directing him. He also tweeted, devastated to hear the news. Wes was a great friend, fine director, and good man. Giant loss. much too soon. Skeet Ulrich tweeted, "So sad to hear about the news about Wes, an amazing man on set and off, and I owe him so much to his many talents. He'll be sorely missed." Director James Wan tweeted, "Can't believe the news, heartfelt sadness and deepest condolences with the passing of Wes Craven, truly one of my biggest inspirations, #RIP. Anne Rice, the author, tweeted, "So we've lost the movie maker Wes Craven. Sorry to hear. Thanks to Jason G. and others who brought the..." And Seth Graham Smith tweeted, "If there's a silver lining to Wes Craven's passing, is that he didn't have to sit through these fucking VMAs." Over the weekend, pop star Ricky Martin spoke out about Donald Trump's controversial campaign moves, following Trump kicking Univision's anchor Jorge Ramos out of an Iowa press conference. The singer wrote an essay for Univision News to criticize the GOP presidential frontrunner's comments about Latinos as racist, absurd, incoherent, and ignorant. Martin said of Trump in the Spanish-language op-ed, according to KTLA-5, "From the outset, his intentions was clear. Say barbarous things and tell lies in order to stay relevant in the public eye and either gain votes or stay in the media. The incident against journalist Jorge Ramos, one of the most beloved and respected Latinos, went too far," Martin continued. He said that the real estate mogul, having, quote, "the guts to continue gratuitously harass the Latino community, makes my blood boil." Martin says he isn't surprised that by Trump's behavior, but by the fact that Hispanics, quote, "continue to accept the aggressions and accusations of individuals like him who attack our dignity. Enough is enough." He also said xenophobia as a political strategy is the lowest level you can sink to in search of power. The Live in La Vida Loca singer wrote, "This is an issue that unites us, and we need to fight together not only for ourselves, but the evolution of humanity and those who come later." AMC's Fear the Walking Dead, which set a ratings record for a U.S. cable series premiere on Sunday, is also killing it for AMC worldwide. The Walking Dead companion series premiered across more than 125 territories on AMC's global channels, the majority of them date with the U.S. blow. AMC on Friday said its channels across Europe, Latin America, Asia, Africa, and the Middle East booked their best ever ratings with the Fear of the Walking Dead premiere. In several key markets, Fear helped make AMC Global's channels one of the top 10 most watched entertainment networks for the year. To put in that perspective, most of these channels are less than a year old. AMC only became an international network with the acquisition in late 2013 of Liberty Global's Clio Media International Channel Network. In Spain, AMC Global was the third most viewed cable or satellite channel with an outstanding 6.3% share for the day. During Fear broadcast, AMC scored an 8.9% share, beating out all pay TV competitors in the region and increasing ratings for the channel and time slot by 376%. In Hungary, Fear delivered a 1.8 share among 18 to 49-year-olds, more than doubling the network's daily average. AMC was the 8th most watched cable or satellite channel in the territory. In Latin America, the Fear premiere quadrupled the network's primetime audience in several key markets. Ed Carroll, AMC's network COO, commented on the results. "We couldn't be more pleased with the passionate global response to this show, and we applaud the talented creators, producer, and cast for their terrific work as we look forward to bringing more Fear to audiences worldwide." Unsurprisingly, given the global fan base for the Walking Dead franchise, the series lit up social media as well. AMC said it recorded more than 6 million views of the first 3 minutes of the Fear of the Walking Dead pilot, which the network posted on Facebook 4 days before the premiere. More than 2 million of those came from Latin America alone, another 600,000 in the UK, and some 300,000 in Spain. British viewers will be among the last worldwide to see the Fear premiere, which goes out Sunday night on newly launched network AMC from BT. Fear the Walking Dead's U.S. premiere delivered 10.1 million live same-day viewers, making it the #1 series premiere in cable television history in terms of total viewers and all cumulative data. The dog days of August saw Universal's box office champ Straight Outta Compton remain number one for the third straight week with $13.2 million from 3,142 theaters, while Christian drama War Room did far better than expected in earning $11 million from a small footprint of 1,135 locations to come in second. Elsewhere, Zac Efron's electronic dance music drama Where Are Your Friends forged few friendships, debuting at a dismal $1.8 million from 2,333 locations, the worst opening of all time for a new major studio offering, opening in 2,000 or more theaters, now accounting for inflation. If there's any solace, it is that Warner Bros. Paid a modest $2 million to distribute the film in North America on behalf of Working Title Films and Studio Canal. We Are Your Friends, directed by Max Joseph, placed number 13 or 14. Straight Outta Compton finished Sunday with a domestic $134.1 million in the latest victory for Universal, which is enjoying the biggest year in history of any Hollywood studio at the global box office. Overseas, Compton opened number one in the UK and Germany with $3.9 million and $2.2 million respectively. All told, the biopic of gangster rap group NWA earned $6.5 million from 8 markets for a worldwide sum of $140.9 million. However, it was Terminator Genisys that won the weekend's overseas thanks to a late run in China, where it grossed $23.4 million for an 8-day sum of $82.8 million. The film has jumped to the $300 million mark internationally for a foreign total of $320.1 million and a global sum of $409.5 million. Paramount's Mission Impossible Rogue Nation also jumped the $300 million mark overseas, earning $15.3 million from 64 markets for a foreign sum of $309 million and a global total of $479.9 million. Paramount partnered with Skydance on both Mission Impossible and Terminator Genisys. War Room proved a needed win for Sony. It also the top debut for a faith-based title since Heaven is for Real, $22.5 million in April 2014. Sony released the movie via its faith-based TriStar Affirmed label. War Room nabbed an A+ cinema score and cost a mere $3 million to make. It is the 5th collaboration for brothers Alex and Stephen Kendrick, the directing and producing team behind such Christian films as Fireproof and Courageous. The film, featuring an African-American cast, tells the story of a struggling family who searches for a solution through prayer. T.C. Stallings, Elizabeth Becca, and Noel Barker star. Among the other weekend's other new entries, the Weinstein Company political action drama No Escape earned a B+ cinema score, grossed in $8.3 million from 3,355 locations, timed with Mission Impossible Rogue Nation for the number 3 spot. No Escape, starring Owen Wilson, Lake Bell, and Pierce Brosnan, posted a 5-day debut of $10.3 million after opening Wednesday to get a jump on the competition. The film appealed to an older adult, with 20% of ticket buyers over the age of 25, including 40% over the age of 45. TWC distributor chief Eric Loomis, whose company paid $5 million for the movie, said, "We are positioned well for Labor Day weekend and beyond." Focus features Sinister 2, tumbling 56% in its second week to $4.7 million for a $18.5 million, rounded out the top 5. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. followed with $4.4 million in its third outing for a muted domestic total of $34.4 million. Hitman Agent 47 fell 54% in its second frame, grossing $3.9 million for a disappointing 10-day total of $15.3 million for Fox. Hoping to catch up with Titanic in North America, Jurassic World rolled out again in 350 IMAX locations over the weekend, taking in $3.1 million. That puts the blockbuster domestic total at roughly $643.1 million, still short of the $658.7 million earned by Titanic, the number 2 film of all time behind Avatar, which made $760.5 million. The specialty box office saw the debut of Craig Zobel's film adaptation of Robert C. O'Brien's dystopian novel Z for Zachariah, starring Chiwetel Ejiofor, Chris Pine, and Margot Robbie. Roadside Attractions opted for a day in release in 31 theaters, and on VOD, reporting theatrical grosses of roughly $56 The movie is number 6 on iTunes. Coming in at number 8, The Gift, which made $3.13 million for a cumulative amount total of $35.9 million in its 4th week. Number 9, Jurassic World, which made $3.12 million, has a cumulative total of $643.1 million. And rounding out the top 10 is Paul Rudd's Ant-Man, which on the weekend made $3 million for a cumulative total of $169.2 million in its 7th week. And that is your entertainment report for Monday, August 31st, 2015. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Mello. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Mello. That's RAYMELO, or on Twitter at The Enter Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart app. Search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everyone, have a great day, good night, and God bless you all.